Hello, friends. Steph here again with another live Thursday about hypnotherapy marketing, but just not only for hypnotherapists, but also for coaches, mentors, basically for all those of us who are in the business of helping other people. So that's really the crowd that I'd like to serve, that I want to serve in terms of my marketing knowledge. As you know, most of you, I've been at the helm of a digital agency for the last 12 years and serving a variety of different clients. And a few months back, well, actually 2 years back, I decided to switch gears and to focus on helping those people that I feel closest to, which is people who help other people. And that's why hypnotherapy, coaching, and mentoring is dear to my heart. And that's where my future will be in terms of putting my efforts to help you guys finding new clients on a regular basis, on a recurring basis, making sure that the revenue is there, because that's the only way for us to be actually able to help other people. It's only when we have the minimum comfort, I'd say, in terms of revenue, that we are able to serve others. So that's why my marketing knowledge goes into that field from now on. And today's topic is how to find new clients fast for our practice, because a lot of people, whenever I meet hypnotherapists, coaches, the same question comes invariably up. And that's the sheer overwhelm in understanding what should come first and what should come last. And the answer to that question is different in relationship to where you are with your business. If you're just starting out, meaning you don't even have a website yet, maybe you have a website and you have also a few clients, and you're looking to scale your business, finding more clients on a monthly, regular basis. Or maybe you are well established, the third group of people well established, and you have maybe even a six-figure income because you're a coach and you are running your business, and you're looking to automate certain things to make your life easier. Because once you get a lot of clients that you have to serve, a lot of your time is getting sucked up by taking care of the nitty-gritty technical organizational stuff. And by organizing, automating some of those tasks, those tedious tasks, well, it frees up time for either your personal life. If you have a family, that's probably very appreciable to have, and with a little bit more time, or to have more time to serve more clients. So automation in that case becomes important. So, but when it comes to finding new clients, the major distinction, or the one thing is very important to understand, and I'd like to start the explanation with this today. And the distinction to understand is, in terms of marketing, is to make the difference between intent-based marketing and interest-based marketing. So let me quickly explain in easy terms what that means, and you will very quickly understand which is the right marketing for you. So, but maybe very quickly, before I go any further, let me make sure that you actually hear and see me fine. So if you can hear and see me fine, it would be nice that you could let me know in the comment section right underneath this video, and I'll have a look here at my monitor to make sure that you are seeing and hearing me fine. Let me just refresh my screen here. Here we go. Perfect. Trish, I see Trish with a thumbs up. So I guess Trish, okay, just told me that she can see me, which is great. And I hope you can hear me too. I guess you can hear me, because otherwise you would probably have left already a message. Steph, we can't hear you. So coming back to this difference between interest-based marketing and intent-based marketing. And once you understand that, it will be very straightforward for you to understand which one you need most, depending on where you are currently in terms of your business cycle. So, interest-based is everything that is on a platform, and we're talking about ads being somewhere, like on a platform. Those platforms could be social media, it could be Google search, it could be, well, in terms of social media, we have various platforms on top of it. We've got Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. So interest-based marketing or interest-based marketing works well on interest-based platforms, right? And when you are on Facebook, Facebook knows your interests, right? Either through declaration, because you declared when you signed up for the first time on Facebook, when you created your profile, Facebook was asking you, hey, what are your interests? Are you interested in sport, in health, interested in education, in school? Are you interested in specific hobbies? And so they start to establish what's called a profile, an interest profile. That's typically interest-based, right? And there are other means by which Facebook, but also Twitter, LinkedIn, know what you're interested in. There's this first declarative step when you create a profile, but throughout your entire consumption of content on social media, and let's take the example of Facebook, Facebook registers what you're interested in. And that's very easy to do. What videos have you clicked on? What messages have you read? Where have you commented on? What keywords have you been using while doing so? So all this information is being used by Facebook to establish a user profile. And that user profile changes over time, obviously, because you can be interested in purchasing a new car today, and tomorrow you're looking for mortgage rates, and you're looking for Facebook groups that are talking about mortgage rates, for example. So it evolves, but at the same time, what stays always the same on interest-based platforms is that the only thing they know from you are your interests. And the same is valid for LinkedIn, for TikTok, for Instagram, for Twitter, right? Now, in contrast to interest-based marketing, we have intent-based marketing. And intent-based marketing can only be performed on platforms that are able to decipher, to know about the intent you have in the very moment you are consuming or doing something on those platforms. The typical example, the biggest example, is Google search engine. We do not go on Google to navigate around pages and read by happen chance, click on links and go on those websites to read content on those websites. That's not how we use Google, right? We take to Google with a specific intent in our heads. We are searching for an information, a service, a product. We are doing something. We are actively engaged in the process of looking for something, right? And that's very different from being on a platform which is interest-based, such as Facebook, where you are coming across various comments, posts, and videos that are related to your interest. They are coming up on your profile because Facebook knows about your interests, okay? On Google, on the other hand, Google search results are directly related to your intention to look for something, an information, a service, or a product. And the strength of Google search obviously is to provide you with, hopefully, the most pertinent answers to your search, to your query. And the way Google makes its money, I think it's 92% now in terms of their overall revenue. It comes from Google search. So whenever you do a search, perform a search, besides the natural search results, the organic search results that are coming up on the first page, second, third, fourth page, etc., you have Google ads, right? And those Google ads pertain directly to your intent. So When it comes to a hypnotherapist or a coach or a mentor or any service by that way, for that matter, but we're talking we're specifically talking about hypnotherapists and coaches and mentors, because that's really the focus that where I want to help you with. If somebody is looking for is looking to get rid of anxiety, is looking for a solution to get rid of a phobia, spiders, mice, insects, or what have you, or if somebody is interested in taking care of depression, you name it. There are so many possibilities in terms of what we can people help with when it comes to hypnotherapy services. That intent is added into the search bar on Google, and Google then can match that intent with an ad showing up. So there's a huge difference between generating conversions, meaning clicks on ads, on Facebook versus Google, because on Google, people searching are right there, right now, while they're searching, in the mindset of wanting to find a solution to their problem, or wanting to find an information that allows them to make an informed decision. What that means is that platforms that are intent-based marketing platforms, such as Google Search, there are others. For example, YouTube. Despite what people may think, YouTube is in between consumption interest and intent-based. But on Google is nothing else than a video search engine, right? So, but let's stay with Google Search. The possibility to generate a lead, something we call in marketing a lead, a potentially new customer, new client coming to your practice. The conversion rates, so the probability of that happening, is far higher on platforms that are intent-based. Why? Because you are in direct contact with a person looking for a specific problem, solving, service, or product while they are there, while they're searching. On the other hand, on Facebook, they may be interested, but not they're not in the moment. They may be interested in solving a problem that they have, but they're not in the moment of looking and searching to solve that problem. They're on Facebook for something else. They're on Facebook because they want to kill time, because they want to inform themselves. They want to have fun. There's commenting, there's likes, there's you see what I mean. There's a big difference between those two, and that's why, depending on where you are in your client journey when it comes to your business as a hypnotherapist or a coach, depending on where you are, interest-based can be of interest to you, no pun intended, or intent-based marketing is crucial for you. So if you're just starting out, or if you, let's say in the beginning, you have a few clients, but you absolutely need to improve your client base. You need to increase your client base. And when I say increase your client base, let me pull up my sheet that I prepared here for us. I consider when I talk about marketing, I consider that people who are more interested in marketing and make things work are those people who really want this work for them, like making it a revenue generating occupation that pays the bills, not a side hustle, not a hypnotherapist who does it in the evening for fun. I'm talking to hypnotherapists and coaches who really want to generate a revenue that covers all the bills, covers all the cost, and that can be scaled to more and more revenue, right? So generally speaking, in my head, when it comes to my own practice, something that I want to put into practice actually to test it out and to then give it to those of you who are interested in having this type of solution in terms of marketing, is a six-figure business, right? A six-figure business is nothing else than at least tapping into the 100K per year revenue bracket. And if you boil that down, you're coming to, you would need to generate $8,500 a month, right? And for a lot of hypnotherapists just starting out, that figure sounds like astronomically high. Whereas it is an absolutely feasible and attainable, achievable, and objective that I believe anyone who's serious in building a business around this possibility of helping people should have. Because if you don't generate enough revenue to pay your bills and to not have hypnotherapy running at the side as a side hustle to an already running full-time job that you will have, your propensity, your possibility to reach out to people and to help people will be reduced, right? So that's one of the reasons why offering my services or building actually an entire program done for you, where we do everything for future students, is so dear to me, because I think that there's a huge number of people who need help, and that can only be covered if there's enough people like hypnotherapists and coaches that can do this a full-time occupation and put their expertise and their knowledge out there to help people. So I think it's very important to generate those revenues. And I wanted to quickly show you also, because I understand how difficult this is, this intent-based, interest-based for a lot of you. And I see it in the questions that I get. I wanted to show you quickly. I share my screen to show you. I just received a message. Was it yesterday? Yeah, it was. No, not even. It was 8 hours ago. Let me share this with you on my screen. Here we go. So here you see my email box, and I received a message, and I was startled first of all because it says practitioner marketing. I said, wait a minute, how do they know that I am maybe a hypnotherapy practitioner, an RTT practitioner, right? So I was wondering where this came from. Let me quickly put myself into a corner here on the screen. So here we are. And I read this email, and I understood at the very end that it actually comes from RTT, from Marissa Peer, because it is the signatures here, Marissa Peer. So I was intrigued about the message because it was saying that to make an impact and a difference, so you need marketing, obviously, and then sadly most coaches, therapists, and therapists fall into the usual marketing trap, right, when they first qualify. And now comes a list of things that seem to be related to what this email calls a marketing trap. And that's where I really was startled, because a lot of those things are not marketing traps, but these are the minimum required things that somebody needs to make things work. So even, let's say, even with the best intention, because I cannot possibly imagine that Marissa would not be wanting us to be successful as RTT therapists. But if I read fancy, also known as expensive websites, well, websites don't need to be fancy to work well, but you absolutely need a website, and you need more than websites. You need landing pages to make things work. That's something after 12 years of digital marketing, it's simply something we know. Posting multiple times a day on several social media platforms. Well, that's not a marketing trap either, right? It's called a marketing trap, but this is very valid for somebody who has already a regular client base and wants to increase it based with outreach on social media. That's not a marketing trap. Building an email list is absolutely crucial to do, as a matter of fact, because here's what happens if you don't build an email list. If you don't build an email list, what happens is your entire business is owned by those who hold your contacts. Let's say you do Facebook ads. Facebook ads doesn't provide you with the email of those that are targeted and that are responding to your ads. They need to come to your website on a landing page and leave their email somewhere so that you can get those emails, unless you have a lead generation ad, obviously. But email lists is one of the most important things to have, but they come over time. They're not for somebody just starting out. Building an email list is not the first thing you should be doing. It's definitely not. Creating a sales funnel, certainly not a marketing trap. Hugely important. And by the way, Marissa, by sending this email, uses a marketing funnel, because this is typical an email that has been sent to me because I'm part of the target group, and this is a funnel. Receiving a message like this is part of a funnel. Latest marketing trends whatsoever. I wanted to just quickly show you this, that don't fall for emails or ads that pretend that you don't need a website, that you don't need a landing page, that you don't need funnels, that the only thing is social media, or that they have some miraculous new thing that you absolutely need to need to inform yourself about without naming it, and then you need to sign up for a masterclass, and then you're being sold something completely differently. By simply understanding that if you're just starting out as a hypnotherapist, simply understanding the difference between interest marketing and intent-based marketing, you will very quickly understand what's required. Once you understand that interest marketing simply takes longer time, much longer time, to build a following, to build, to actually attract clients to your business, versus intent-based marketing that basically works from day one. The day an ad is on Google Ads and somebody's looking for a solution and your ad pops up and the click comes, they arrive on your landing page, and that's why you need a landing page or a website. When that happens, that client or a percentage of those clients immediately transform into a discovery call. Doesn't happen with interest-based marketing, or it takes much more time, right? Or the conversion rates are much lower, which means lower conversion rates basically means it's more expensive. It also depends on the click cost. But anyway, so that's why I invariably recommend to people just starting out to start with an intent-based platform or ads, and that's Google Ads. Google Ads is the most advanced and most effective tool that somebody can use to find new clients fast. But it costs money, right? I mean, if you do posts on social media, well, maybe 6 months down the road you find a client or two, or maybe more if you're lucky, and if you do this well, it works, but it just takes a lot of time, right? But for somebody just starting out, let's say you have been working, which is the case of one of our of the followers. One second, I just see a message here. I got this same email recently. My thoughts exactly about marketing traps. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was really, to be quite honest, I was. Surprised is a nice word, but I was somewhere disappointed, because I always tend to say that you should go by offering to people where you have an expertise in, and not try to invent something just to make a little bit more money, because obviously the email I received is quite expensive. What was offered, I think it was $2,000 or so, for basically probably not being the right advice. And I got that feedback. Other people actually signed up for this program in the past, and who told me that in terms of marketing, it's not spot on, let's say. I don't want to put Marissa's team down, because they're really trying hard. And in terms of hypnotherapy, oh my God, I'm so grateful for anything. But when it comes to marketing, it's better to deal with people who have this for a long time, and who are actually doing it. So that's basically it. Now, before I go any further, I wanted to show you quickly that it's not that easy to do. I'm not selling you, I'm not trying to tell you now you have to do Google Ads and then you jump into Google Ads. You've got to be careful with Google Ads at the same time. Because Google, and by the way, before I go, whenever you receive a message like this, also ask yourself the question, where does it come from, right? Who is the sender of this email? In this case, it was Marissa. In other instances, it's sometimes a lead generation tool that organizes a masterclass. Their intention is to sell seats to their tool. often expensive tools. You always have to look at the message that you're receiving, at the proposition that's being made, but how does it benefit them if I sign up, right? And that's how I filter messages that arrive on my table. But what I wanted to do today is actually to show you, to give you a little bit more insights into how to work with Google Ads in a very practical manner. We will not go into big detail today because I'm building campaigns out for myself, for my own website currently, and for our first beta students. Actually, we have beta students now that have been working with us and have their website, their landing pages, and we're doing the first campaigns for them. So and I will show you the results of those. But let me quickly show you how a Google campaign works. So again, I'm sharing my screen here, pulling this over. Here we go, and this is the interface here that you see if you have just signed up for Google, right? For Google Ads. And I'm showing you this because this is already a step further in terms of like the account has been created, and unfortunately I didn't keep the other screens that you will be shown whenever you sign up for Google Ads. When that happens, I prefer you send me an email so that I can give you an advice, because the intention of Google, or what Google tries to achieve, is to have you sign up for Google, because then you are investing into Google Ads, right? So in the beginning, at least, Google just wants one thing: have you sign up for Google Ads. They're not interested to get things right for you in the beginning, because their main objective in the beginning is to get you signing up. Whether or not you spend your money on ads that were badly written, not the right keywords targeted, no extensions being added, appearing for the wrong people in Google search, Google doesn't care. I'm going to be very honest with you. The only thing they want you to be in the beginning is to be on the platform. Then after some month, once things go pretty badly and you spend a lot of money and have very few results, you get a call from a Google rep helping you make things better. And it's a tactic that has been very hugely criticized in pretty much all the marketing boards that are dealing with PPC ads. I just wanted to mention it, to be careful. It's not because Google Ads provides you with the possibility to be online that you should be doing it without knowing what you're doing. And that's also one reason. And I'm not trying to sell you for what will be coming in the next few weeks when we're opening the doors for more people to help you build landing pages, websites, and Google Ads campaigns. It's just to tell you that to make things right on Google Ads, it's quite complex in the beginning, and that's one of the reasons why we added Google Ads campaign setup and money management for at least 2 months for free for our students, because I know for a fact, after 12 years of managing Google Ads campaigns with my teams, that you can do a lot of errors, and a lot of errors, we don't have that money to make those errors. We're not big companies. We have small budgets. We have sometimes even just $200-300 a month, and even that is already a lot. Sometimes we have 4 or 5, but that's anyway. So basically, you see here what I'm working on my website, HypnoStaff. I'm setting up campaigns now for people who are looking to stop smoking, and each keyword that people might be typing into Google search will get its own ad group, right? So these are here the ad groups. These are the keywords. If I go here, we have here the ad group. So I set up one ad group here. No, 3 already. Stop smoking, smoking cessation, quit smoking. So for each of those, each ad group will allow us to add ads, text ads. And each text ad will be targeted to specifically a type of keyword that somebody would use to search on Google. Because some people are looking with a keyword that contains "I want to stop smoking" or "stop smoking hypnotherapy" or best solutions to stop smoking. But others are using search terms such as best solution for smoking cessation. And again, other use use quit smoking. I want to quit smoking. Well, guess what? They are all looking for the same thing. Don't we agree? They're all looking to solve this incredible problem. They are. I know it for a fact. My brother is there, and I'm going to help him very soon. They're trying to get healthy again. They're trying to get rid of the smoke, and they're using different keywords. I've got a new message here just by quick. Good afternoon, Steph just came online and I'm feeling pretty poorly but wow, I had no idea Google were so manipulative in their strategy, and that's terrible. It is. And I could even show you if I can find it. Let me quickly see if I can find it, and you'll see what I mean. An ad, somebody was... I don't have it here. Give me a second. Give me a second. I want to show you this because it is so obvious that it's even in the among us digital marketers very well known that you've got to be careful when a Google representative calls you, because most of the time what they're trying to sell you are those features and those techniques that increase the revenue for Google. It's very sad, but that's Google is a business. Let's not forget about that. And let me first find the pictures. If I find them here, wait a minute. Oh, I found it. You know what? I found it. Here it is. Let me go here. Put this here. You see this? This was posted on a Facebook group for digital marketing. This help here is like a client being online, right, with their Google ads, and they need help because something is not working. They're paying way too much for their Google ads, and nothing comes back. And now comes the Google ads rep. He's coming in with help, right, because they call you and you get a number, and it's really great because, wow, Google calls me. Do you imagine? Everybody's happy. Oh, wait a minute, you don't see my screen. Everybody's happy, right? Oh, my Google Ads rep calls me. Hey, I'm drowning. I need help. Thank you so much for coming in. What does the Google rep? They say, go apply the recommendations that appear on the screen. That's what this means in your Google Ads account, and you will be good. And if you apply those recommendations, what happens is you will definitely drown. So we are making a joke about this, right? With these when sharing these ads here, these little gimmicks, these GIFs and these animated, but that's really what happens. So you've got to be careful. And let me show you a very where is it? Here it is. Going back to the Google Ads campaigns, that you can see what I mean by that. Again, I'm here, and I should be visibly here. So this is the Google Ads campaign, and the recommendations that you just saw in the picture are here, right? They're pretty empty here now because, well, I'm just setting up this campaign with my team, but there's a lot more recommendations that will come up, right? These recommendations here, well, they come up because we're in the process of setting up things. So we haven't added keywords yet, and we didn't add the ads yet to each ad group. So these are good recommendations. But when everything is set up, you see recommendations coming up on this screen, such as you forgot to you should add the Google Display Network to your campaigns to reach more people. If you hear that, if you read that on screen, my first reaction is, if I was not a Google Ads specialist, I would say, of course I want to reach more people. That's okay. Let me click that. Let me validate that. By validating Google Display Ads, what you don't know is that Google Display Ads is an interest-based network where the conversions are going straight down and you pay for pretty much nothing, because it's more like your ads show on websites across the entire spectrum throughout the entire planet, well, depending where you have targeted, but their effectiveness is incredibly low in comparison to Google search ads. So there are three different platforms that you can target with Google. And now I show you our interface that we use when we set up ads, and I hope you'll not get overwhelmed. So just bear with me and don't be catastrophic, because all this, what you see on the screen, we take care of it for you, okay? So this is where we set up the campaign. You see all the keywords we're setting to the campaign. Just one ad group targeting the keyword stop smoking. These are the keyword variations we are setting up, right? Variations like stop smoking hypnotherapy, quit smoking hypnotherapy, stop smoking hypnotherapy, no, stop smoking hypnosis, quit smoking hypnosis. You see the variations? These are small variations, but they make all the difference when it comes to target somebody who used that keyword on Google. Because the way it works in the subconscious mind, and fortunately enough, I'm talking to hypnotherapists, the subconscious mind registers what's happening on the screen. You know, I know that our entire being is managed 95% by our subconscious mind. Only 5% is conscious. We know that. We are hypnotherapists, right? If you are searching with a keyword because you have a problem, you want to solve your depression problem, you look for hypnotherapist for depression near me. That's something that somebody could enter into Google search. They're looking for a local hypnotherapist helping them with depression, right? But if they enter that keyword, the ad that comes back should contain the same keywords, because then subconsciously I register, oh, wait a minute, this person there is exactly the person I would need to looking for, because he is a local hypnotherapist specializing in depression. It shouldn't be an ad that just says hypnotherapist Montreal. I'm based in Montreal here. Like, okay, it's a hypnotherapist based in Montreal, but if I have an ad showing up for hypnotherapist Montreal and the second app says hypnotherapy taking care of your depression problems starting within 21 days. Well, what do you guess where I would be clicking? On the one who's a specialist. So it's incredibly important to get the keywords right. All this stuff Google doesn't tell you, right? Google Ads specialists who've done this work for a long time know this. And you see here the color coding. That's something you don't get when you are. Let me pull up the other screen just to compare it, so that you see again what we're talking about. Wait a minute, where is it? Oops. Where is it? Here. When I go here into keywords, well, I don't have any keywords, but you know what? I could like make them very quickly appear here. Let's do that. You can see it in live. Because this is connected. If I keep those that I suggested for myself, I check the changes, I post them to the campaign. I select the campaign and I post them. Now it's posting from my interface here to the online interface that we have here. And if I refresh this, they should actually start to show up. Sometimes it takes a little bit more time, but let's try our luck. And you'll see how we work in between those two interfaces to make it happen. Let's give this a little bit of time. Here we go. And you see the keywords have already appeared. So you see, we don't have those color codes here. They all appear with the match type that has been selected. And obviously, you don't even know what a match type is. Let me quickly explain it to you. I'm going back to the other interface because it's so much easier to understand. The match type here is a broad match type, a phrase match type, and an exact match type. The exact match type is very simply if somebody types into Google just exactly these three words: stop smoking hypnotherapy, and slight variations that are directly related to exactly those three terms. It could be quit smoking therapy, hypnotherapy, right? But we have quit smoking hypnotherapy also in this. In the group of AdWords, of keywords. But anyway, this would appear only for the exact term. This is if this term appears within a phrase, such as, for example, if I have hypnosis for quitting smoking, I could have somebody say or write into Google, what is the best hypnosis for quitting smoking, right? But hypnosis for quitting smoking appears in the phrase, so that would appear for this. This keyword would be triggered. And the broad match is like, now I give Google Ads the possibility to interpret more largely what I mean. So it could be, in this case, it could be something like therapy to stop drugs, right? Which would probably be too far. That's not what I'm looking for, but it's somewhat related. That's what broad match means. Usually speaking, we go for phrase and exact only. I'm just showing you this, hoping that you're not getting overwhelmed. Because that's how complex Google Ads can be. And what you just saw is the tip of the iceberg. Google doesn't show you that. Those interfaces are for Google Ads specialists. You can download them for free. They're available. Google Ads Editor is available to everyone, but you really, really need to know what you're doing here, because it's overwhelming. And Google Ads is very complex, right? And that's one of the reasons why we have decided with my team, hey, we can't explain to our hypnotherapists that's just starting out how to do Google Ads. Forget about it. You would go crazy. You would go berserk. What you need to focus on, we understood very early on, is I want to help people. I don't want to do marketing, or at least I want to understand the minimum so that I know what to do and what I should be doing. But if possible, I'd like somebody to take care of it, or let me do the minimum necessary. And that's where we are going. So when it comes to Google Ads, we decided we would set everything up and we give it to you. Boom. We launch the campaigns. It's obviously your budget that needs to be behind the campaigns. It's not our money. But those campaigns have been tested. They have been optimized by professionals, and we know what we're doing. So you're getting out of the box something that will be working. And that's what we're testing right now with my own business, because obviously I first do everything with my own business, my own website, before I give it to somebody else. I want to make it work first beforehand. So, but basically that's what I wanted to show you, that it's not that easy to, you see where we're coming from. We started with having you, I explained to you how important it is to have the understanding between intent-based and interest-based marketing. Very important. If you're just starting out, or you have just a few clients and you do not have a recurring base of new clients, that's the important thing. Finding a new client with a referral is not that difficult, but try to find 20, 25 or 30 recurring clients every month becomes a different story. You either have a huge amount of people know what you're doing and referring you all over the time, or it's not going to work. With social media, it will take 6 months or longer to reach those types of numbers. For somebody just starting out, or in the beginning, let's say you have a website already, but you don't have landing pages. I will show you in a few seconds why you need landing pages. I explained it in each live stream. You may have noticed that I explained why landing pages are so important, and you'll again understand why. But if you're just starting out, or you have a website but you have no landing pages, and more importantly, you do not have a recurring stream of clients coming to your practice, my recommendation, start with Google Ads. They cost money. Yes, they cost more money than doing it all by yourself on social media, but they work. They work from day one, right? And when I say they work from day one, it's like the clicks on the ads are coming. So, and for a certain number of ads, you have a discovery call, and discovery calls, you know, just as much as I do. Once we have someone in a discovery call, the conversion rate, when we talk to somebody live on a Zoom call, is very high. I mean, most people that talk to me are in the 80, 90%. Like, it's rare that a client doesn't transform afterwards. But anyway, so Google Ads is really the go-to tool to make it happen in the beginning. And that is, I believe, the best strategy also for a different reason. Because doing social media is okay. No problem with that. It can be effective, and it will be effective when you have a large number of people following you. But you shouldn't start with it, because when you're starting out, what you need is clients fast. Right there, you need 20 clients a month. More, maybe sometimes, very often. And to reach that, you would start with Google Ads. And when you have run your Google Ads and you paid, let's say you paid $500 a month for Google Ads. Usually with $500 a month, you should have your first clients within a matter of a few weeks. So within that first month of investing, you should have paying clients. Well, those first paying clients pay your Google Ads budget and more, right? they pay for the $500 that you invest in the first place, because each client now brings back for one session. Hopefully you're charging the right amount, $300 or $400. You need 2 clients and you have a profit, right? But we are looking for 10, 15, 20 clients a month. So I always recommend start Google Ads to get clients quickly, and to gain the confidence that you need in the beginning, that it's possible to get clients on a regular basis. And if after 6 months doing Google Ads, you're comfortable, you have now revenue to invest into doing social media, right? And now you have the time and the luxury to do this, because when you do social media right, again, you probably cannot do it all by yourself. Now you need tools, a social media management tool, you need maybe somebody helping you, a freelance or a virtual assistant to give you a hand with it. So, but now you have time, now you have money to invest, because now Google Ads is generating the revenue that you need to go further, right? But you cannot go further from nothing, zero, hoping that you will find enough clients on a recurring basis by doing interest-based marketing, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, or whatever. It just takes too much time. Google Ads is so much faster. Anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you. Let me quickly read what the messages you left me on Facebook. I wish I had known this before I spent so much on other things to try and get my business and social media set up. I don't know who wrote this. I really, I'm so much feeling for you, because I see it over and over and over again. And again, Facebook, social media is not bad. I'm doing it myself. Let me show you I'm doing it myself. Of course I'm doing it myself, but it's not the first thing I will be doing, right? It's never the first thing I will be doing. Here is my YouTube channel for HypnoSteff. Here is my Facebook page. Yes, my Facebook page. Here is my Twitter page. Here is my Instagram page. Here is my LinkedIn page. I take care of them at the same time as I do my Google Ads. But you can be absolutely certain that the first thing I will use to find new clients, to test my landing pages on HypnoSteff, which, by the way, are here, will be Google Ads. This is where I want to be to generate money fast, revenue fast. This is my website. So, and one more thing. Earlier, I showed you this here. I showed you what's called ad groups, right? Here's a stop smoking ad group. Let me add another ad group that you see how easily this can be done. But we do it for you, and if you're signing up with us at some point in time. Let's say the next one is I take care of money blocks. I love to take care of money blocks because it's really an interesting problem. And then I'm going to take care of, wait a minute, what happened here? Money blocks. What is this? Here we go. Money blocks. Money blocks, done. And here, let's say you were not anxiety, taking care of anxiety. So you saw earlier that in stop smoking, when I go to this ad group here, if I click here on keywords, I have all the different keywords that are only targeting one thing, stop smoking, in all the variations in all forms with different match types. That's what we will take care of. I will do the same for money blocks, right? There will be a whole list of money block keywords. Anxiety, the same thing. They will all be here. Now, the thing is, once you've set them up, you've got your keyword set up, you've got your ad group set up, the next thing is ads. And for ads, if you click here on ads, you have a huge array of different types of ads. Now, imagine somebody just getting on Google Ads, needing to understand which type of ad to do. Is it a responsive search ad? Is it an expanded text ad? Is it a text ad or an expanded dynamic search ad? Or is it a dynamic search ad? Is it a product ad? You would go crazy. And people go crazy if they see this. And this is why Google doesn't want to show you this. They don't want you to see this. What they want you to see is this here. The easy thing. Just 3 things and that's it. Oh, guess what? You click go and everything's fine. No, it's not fine. You have set up a campaign which is not optimized for conversions. You will go against the wall. That's what will happen. That's what most companies experience. And then the result is they're saying, well, Google Ads didn't work for us. Guess why? Because you were not able to manage everything correctly. So going back to this here, I showed you the different keywords, the different ad groups. Each ad group will have its own ad, and each ad needs to send to a specific space on your website. Now imagine you have a website that looks like most websites, where you have a nice homepage and then you sell all the different services that you address. Now imagine I have an ad that says stop smoking. Stop smoking in 21 days. Hypno staff, contact me for a free discovery call. Click here. They click and this is where they arrive. Get back on track with DEF, certified hypnotherapist, free discovery call. Everything's there except one thing. Where's the stop smoking thing? How is this person helping me specifically with stop smoking? I may be tempted, and there will be people that will be tempted to click on the free discovery call link here. But imagine to have a page that has been set up now for specifically stop smoking. And all this here are landing pages. What we recommend people to do, and that's why you need the landing page builder, which is something very different than a website. This website, so to speak, has been done with a landing page builder. It looks like a website. It is a website, but it's much more than a website because I can add all those pages on the fly. Let me give you an example. For stop smoking, this is where I would send the ads to. Not to the home page, but to a page that specifically addresses how any smoker can quit smoking in 21 days. Remember, I told you my ad will talk about in 21 days. It's repeated in the title. It's talking about smoking. It's addressing specifically that problem. Well, guess what will happen with the conversion rates of people taking that discovery call? They will increase. That's why landing pages are so important. And the entire text now has been designed, written for stop smoking, right? Everything has been designed in such a way that people will be comfortable to contact me because I am a specialist that helps them to stop smoking. And that's why on the homepage, I have a homepage, obviously, where all these different problems are mentioned, but each one of those different problems will get its own dedicated landing page. And that's where people gain the confidence that I know what I'm doing. And that's what everyone should be doing, must be doing in terms of marketing, because when I say it's important in terms of conversion rates, some of you may not even understand what I mean by that. So let me give you a very simple explanation. Let's say you have a Google ad, you have a budget of, let's say, $15 a day, and you're getting clicks on those ads. Let's say you get in the first week 100 clicks. Of those 100 impressions. 100 impressions. So your ad showed up 100 times, right? But not everybody clicks, right? Even though it's very pertinent, it's intent-based, you did everything right. Let's say only 8 people clicked. 8 people out of 100 impressions clicked. That's called a click-through rate. 8, right? Now, over the time of the month, that's 4 times 8, that's 32 clicks. Now, let's say you have a conversion rate of, let's say, 10%, which would be very high. So of those 35 clicks, 10% convert, that's 3.5 people. That's just theoretical numbers, all right? So that's on average, let's say it would be 4 clients, okay? So 4 clients have taken the discovery call, because we can measure that. We can install scripts on the buttons, and that's what we do, right? We install those scripts on the buttons so that we know precisely from which ad they came, who clicked, who didn't click, and who called us. We will know all that. So for clients, and you have a session of, let's say, $300, that's $1,200. You invested $300, you get back $1,200. Pretty good investment. The return on investment is 600%. So this is how it works. And this is a conversion rate. Now, if you don't have dedicated landing pages, your conversion rate may not be 5, 8, or 10%, because it's not as pertinent as a page that speaks specifically to the problem of stop smoking. It's maybe just 4, maybe just 5% or 3%. What a difference of conversion rate means is that in order for you to achieve the same number of clients in a month, if your conversion rate could be 10, but it's only 5, you would need to invest $600 instead of $300, because your conversion rate is only half as good. Conversion rate directly translates into the money, the budget that you need to invest to find the same number of clients per month. That's why conversion rates are so important. And that's why we do everything, why I do everything with my team on my own website first, to make sure that we get good conversion rates, because that's what we want to achieve, right? Not just clicks. Clicks mean nothing if that click doesn't transform into a paying customer, into a client who is satisfied with our hypnotherapy service. That's what we want, right? So, and that's why the process in terms of marketing needs to be optimized on all levels. And guess how let me go back to one page. That's why marketing funnels are so important. It's only once you have an organized manner of attracting people to your landing pages, to your homepage and your dedicated landing pages, and how you do that with Google Ads. They come on a landing page. From the landing page, they got to a discovery call. From the discovery call, they got to an intake form. They filled it out, and now they arrived on a payment page. And from the payment page, they received an intake form. They filled that out, and now from that intake form, once it's done, they go to a Calendly link where they book the session with you. Well, guess what that is? It's called a funnel. So if I hear people talking about a marketing gimmick that you don't need, and among that is a list, in that list is mentioned marketing funnel, in my opinion, I'm talking to people who don't know what they're talking about. Marketing without a marketing funnel is no marketing. However you want to call it, there are steps involved that bring people to your office, to your Zoom call for discovery call and becoming a client. And whatever you do, if it's by email, by calling them, word of mouth, it's all part of a strategy, of a tactic, of something that you do to find clients. You put all those steps together, that's called a funnel. That's it, as simple as that. So that's that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. I hope I've been able to illustrate a little bit why it's so important to understand when people are trying to sell you something, to clearly understand what you really need in terms of marketing. It depends where you are with your business. When you're just starting out and you need to generate revenues fast, start with a intent-based platform and intent-based marketing, and the best tool to do that is Google Ads. Hands down, there's nothing else right now. Well, no, there are other PPC forms, obviously. Direct marketing is online. You have programmatic, et cetera, But for you and because programmatic marketing is a completely different field of application, but it works too. But there's artificial intelligence involved and everything that we don't even want to go there yet. So Google Ads is really the tool to use to kickstart a business, and to kickstart it really hard, to make it go like it's like a screeching tire thing. Whereas social media is like you have a nice car, beautifully built, your website, your landing pages, maybe you have landing pages, you have a beautiful Ferrari sitting in front of your house, and now you're doing social media. Social media, you take a long rope, you tie that to your Ferrari, and now you try to pull your Ferrari. It will take time. You will move it at some point in time, but guess what? It will take a lot of time until you pull that Ferrari out of your beautiful home, your beautiful garage. Whereas with Google Ads, it's like kerosene into the tank and kick off and it's gone. I've seen Google Ads with campaign. I don't want to oversell Google Ads, but I have done it for so long. But I have saved clients' lives, like clients' businesses with Google Ads. Let me just give you, before I let you go, one example. I had a lady, and I can show you the lady because she left a comment about this on our agency website. One second. My internet. The lady had, and still has, because she's still in business because of us, had a podiatry clinic. You know, it's a foot doctor, like. And when she called me, she was like, "This is the lady here. Let me show you." Her name is Muriel. She was, when she met with us, she was, I kid you not, we were in a meeting. There was a business roundtable where people were interested in Google Ads, and she contacted me, telling me, "Steph, I understand what you're doing. You're doing Google Ads, and apparently that seems to work. I've had other people talk about Google Ads, and is there something you can do for me?" I said, "Yeah, well, Google Ads is very fast in generating leads, but what is your business?" And then she started her sentence with, "I am probably 3 weeks away from closing the door for good, because I invested all my savings into a beautiful clinic. We opened our doors and I did ads in the local newspapers and nobody's coming." And I was looking into her eyes and I said, and I was thinking by myself, "Oh my God, can I really help that lady save her business?" Because she was almost in tears. Imagine, she had like 6 years of studies, became a medical doctor, collected money from friends and family. Her own savings plus her family's friends' money went into the business. A beautiful clinic, everything was there. The equipment was horrendously expensive. She set up those ads in the paper. The business was there. It was visible from the street. Everybody could see it, and nobody came. She was like petrified, really. She was like trembling when she spoke. I told her, "You know what? Let's try something. Today, I want you to set up." We set up a Google Ads campaign. I'm sorry to ask you that, but you need to invest at least $500 to $1,000 the first month, because we absolutely need to turn this around fast. She said, "That's not a problem. I still have that." And I said, we will work with my team. We will work our bottoms up to make this work in the matter of 24, 48 hours. So we worked over the weekend. Monday morning, the campaign was on. So when a campaign is running on Google, it takes a little bit of time. It's not immediate, right? It takes 24, 48 hours, because Google algorithm takes over, analyzes everything, places the things where they should be or shouldn't be. In the beginning, it's a big mess. But that big mess goes away after 48 hours. And third day, I kid you not, the third day, sorry, let me come back here. The phone started ringing, and just by reminding by that, it's just like I'm choking, because she was in such a bad shape. And the phone started ringing, and in a matter of 2-3 weeks, she had the money to pay her rent, had enough clients to pay her rent, and the month thereafter, she was able to pay back her monthly debts that she had, because she knew she had credits. And within 5 to 6 months, her business was up and running. That's how fast Google Ads acted. So I know what's possible with Google Ads. And on our website, she left a testimonial because of that, because she knew she wouldn't be there if we didn't take care of it very fast to get her out of that struggle. So yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, exactly. That's geez, she felt incredibly bad. So I want to leave it at that for today. I hope I've been able to provide you with some insights. For those of you who are in on the what's called the top of the funnel, like the very beginning, and you need to find clients fast, or maybe maybe some of you, maybe some of you are in the comfortable position, you have a full-time employment right now, and you want to make a career change to hypnotherapy. So you can take it easy, right? You can do it in the evenings. But at the same time, you don't want that career change to last for a year or longer with social media. So just know that there are tools, and I invariably recommend to do that with Google Ads, that can save the day and make this very fast. So fast that you sometimes you get into trouble serving the clients if that's something what you wanted to do initially only in your evenings. But anyway, I will test this first with my own website, and I will report back with how it goes, and I will let you know. I will share it with you. And let me see if there are a few questions that I didn't answer yet. It's already 5 minutes over the time. Yeah, I know the feeling. Sarah, how do you conduct your discovery calls? I fail so often when talking to people about what I do, which I think is because I'm so invested in the business. Okay, so Sarah, you are asking the question in terms of how you conduct the discovery calls. Of course, there are specific ways of conducting a discovery call. What I actually do on my own website is something that will become available as well. On my website, you're not able to book a discovery call with me right away. I present people with a short quiz. I call it a quiz. It's a questionnaire that validates whether or not they are the right candidate to even talk to me. And well, if you allow me, I'll show to you very quickly how that works. Here's my site. Let's go back to the homepage. You see, here's free discovery call. When people click on my discovery call, you're presented with a quiz. You're not able to book anything with me. I don't want to talk to people who didn't provide information and who didn't show that they're really invested and serious. So let's start this, just between us. Take your privacy seriously because of GDPR. Obviously, we reference everything. And by the way, all these policies, we give them to our done-for-you students. So that they're added on your websites. Do you consent? Yes. If they say no, they're immediately out of this questionnaire, and we say thanks, by the way. So then I give a little intro that hypnotherapy works. I have my confidentiality agreements that I will be presented with. Okay, we go to the next point. Now I asked them for their first name. Let's Steph, last name. I call it test so that my team knows that I'm testing. They're not getting crazy. What is your email? Well, steph@hypnosteph.com. Here we go. Next. And now, how did you learn about me? Now I have a few questions that tell me what type of marketing is working for me. Is it from ads? Did they receive an email from me? Post on social media? Someone referred me? I don't remember. Let's say Google Ads. Next. And now I'm asking them what they're struggling with, right? There's the entire list. Will probably increase through time. Let's say procrastination and motivation. Okay, next. Out of the chance, you say, which one affects you currently the most? I want to nail down. I want people to tell me precisely what they're actually interested in working on. Okay, procrastination. And now they have time, as you see, they have the possibility to write more information here if they want to. And next is, the question. Here comes RTT. If I had a magic wand and I could grant you one wish, what would that be? Stop smoking. Well, if they say stop smoking after saying procrastination, I have a problem. Do we agree? So it could be that they're changing mind or whatever, but this gives me something to ask them if ever I take this person for in a discovery call, right? But normally they should be writing, well, I want to be free of putting things off, right? All the time. You see what I'm going to. But normally that's where engaged people will write. Okay, yes, this is the intake form, but this is not the intake form. This is the discovery validation form. The intake form is a separate form that we do once somebody has been admitted after the discovery call. It's a different funnel, and you see why we call it a funnel, because this is a step. These are steps to run through before they even can talk to me. And now here, very important, after your hypnotherapy session with Steph, you will be given a transformation recording. On a scale of 1 to 10, how ready are you to listen to the recording every day for at least 21 days? So I'm interested in procrastination, solving my problem. Well, you know what, I'm pretty invested. Let's say a 7. If they say a 7, they normally get ejected from my questionnaire, I'll tell you right away. I don't want to click on 6 because I think I'm getting ejected. I'm getting a thank you page. So I'm taking them out of the loop. They will never be able to book a meeting with me. Let's say very ready. And I even tell them very openly, hey, this costs money. Do you have the financial capacity? This may sound like a very straightforward, very harsh answer, something to test something. But it's just fair enough. I want them to know, hey, you are invested into getting rid of a problem. Are you investing, first of all, the time it takes to do it? And do you understand how much that is actually worth to get rid of a problem that has been that you had for so long time that you come see me? So I want to test that as well. If they say yes, they submit, and now we are reviewing the application and we'll get back to you shortly. What now happens is I will receive the answers in an email in the form of a PDF, and I will now decide whether or not I want to get back to that person, right? Normally based on the answer is yes, because otherwise they would not get this screen here that you just saw earlier on the screen. But in answer to your question, the discovery call is very important, and there are specific strategies that you need to deploy to have people confirm and guide them towards the acceptance that they want to work with you. A discovery call is not to have a little chit chat and then let them go and you tell them, well, if ever you're interested, let's you go back to my website and book a call or call me back again. That's not how I conduct a discovery call. It's a different live stream we can do probably at some point in time. Just to give you a little hint, the entire discussion is made in such a way that I guide the person on the phone call towards making a commitment, and the commitment is, what do you think? Is that of interest to you? Would you like to book a session with me right now? Would that be of interest to you? Would you like us to have a look? What would be the next available time? If they say no, I probably very politely tell them, that's okay. Sometimes people are not yet decided yet, but whenever you get decided, just let me know, and then you can go back to me. But the entire discussion is conducted in such a way that I guide them towards booking the session on my calendar while I am talking with them. And before they book, I will also call them. I will also remind them, but by the way, let me first send you the booking page so that you can actually do the payment page, because the calendar comes automatically when you have paid. So now they pay online. I will never allow somebody to book a session if they haven't been paid in the first place, right? So these are the different strategies that I deploy when it comes to discovery calls. So now I need to call it a day because we're 15 days over. Again, thank you so much. I hope leave me your comments. Oh, before I go, I need to show you something that I want you to do, because we're going to change things in the group. And I will probably send specific invitations only to people who are signed up for a list. And I have set up a list. And I will show you, if I can, if I find it, here it is. I will send you underneath the video that will be on Facebook. You will find the possibility to sign up for the weekly live streams, right? Because I may create a different group altogether a public group. I don't know yet, but it will probably be a different group. So for all of those who want regularly be informed about the live streams and the topics, I'd kindly ask you to add your name to the list so that I can actually send you those emails on a weekly basis. You find this is a landing page, again, done with the same tool that you saw earlier, the same tool that did this page and did this page and will do all these pages. It's one single tool, and I can deploy those in no time whatsoever. So that's the big advantage of having those. So I will send that list, that link. Where was it now? Must have clicked on something. Anyway, I will send that to, I will send the link, I will add the link underneath the video. So please subscribe, and then I will make it my task to inform you each week about the next topics. I wish you a nice day. Thank you so much for watching, and leave your comments, questions, or whatever underneath the video, and I'll get back to them when I see them. Until then, have a great day, and I talk to you soon. Bye-bye.